Alright guys, welcome back to Jenny Gang, and today I'm playing I'm back at Stanley Parable. We told you it was gonna be part 2. We're gonna figure out some new endings. We're gonna run around and figure stuff out. What the freak? Speak English, Juwan. But if you're ready, subscribe. Join the gang if you haven't yet. Notifications right next to it. Jump right into it. Let's stop talking and be about it.
This is the story.
Skip, I already know. Welcome back. Alright, so
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
what I want to
Stanley
do this
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
is go to the right, get on that platform.
When Stanley
let it
came
take
to
me.
a set of 2 open doors, this was
Alright.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he
sir.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
straight.
open door on his left.
Going straight. No, going straight.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's see what this takes me.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I don't need you to tell me nothing.
I'm not your enemy.
I jumped off
really,
last
I'm
time.
not.
So let's just
I realize that investing your trust in someone else
What,
can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone
hopped off
you've
last
been
time.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
that?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's
Wait,
been
what?
waiting.
Gotta go straight no matter what. What's it for? It's a black boy. What the fuck?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly
hell?
place your faith in another...
Answer the phone. Quick. Should let him talk. Whoa.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling
It's
the
okay,
bread out of
baby.
the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh,
Who's
come
that?
on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to
Right.
see something. Come inside.
The bitches love me.
Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Wait, what?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I didn't know. No. I have to push it. What if I wait it out? Is there a way to wait it out? No, we're gonna push it.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Expeditions.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to
Got a little
work
imagination.
was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Let me jump out the window. To watch TV. Where's the TV?
And so he began to fantasize about his
Wait a
own
minute.
job. First, he imagined that one day while at
Where'd the TV
work,
go?
he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
We already dealt with
The
that.
thought excited him terribly.
What boys?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through
Why?
either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many
What the freak?
possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called
baby?
it the Stanley Parable.
A baby?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing
A
beyond
baby?
hope that it would never end,
We gotta
that he
find that
might
one.
always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there
What the
possibly
hell?
be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer
Damn.
he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
I want
But he
to.
won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Fuck you.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Damn it, D-Lo.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley
Please
pushed a
die.
button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What the fuck? Did I die? Do I start over? Damn it, D-Lo. Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean?
That was
Stanley
that was
decided to
something.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Okay.
simply missed a memo.
We're gonna go. I'm not going downstairs again.
When Stanley
go
came
right.
to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
it
he
left.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
This
Wow.
is nice.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken, but eager to get back to business,
If I make a
Stanley
left.
took the first open door on his left.
Make a
And
left.
so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I'm going downstairs. Wait, what happened when I go downstairs? That's the one that reset. We're gonna keep going this way, actually.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
I'm not going
Coming
downstairs.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let me see if I can actually go down. Yeah, I think it's possible. I know last time I was bull driving. You know, I might have to play that tunes again, man. It's vibrating. I don't know if it did it last time. Or if it's a waste of my time again. But y'all know. I can't stop myself. Okay. Stop. It didn't move. Okay. It was just cap. I can just escape. How How many?
Stepping
Nah.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
2854, right?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in
445.
disbelief who orchestrated this. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Jesus. Okay, this is different. I just want to make a left. Where's the baby? I want
Feeling
the baby.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. There was like an option to go up or down. See? Can I go up? No, it's only down. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his
we're gonna
chest,
escape
as though
this
he
time.
felt more free to think for himself, to question
we'll
the nature of
try
his
the
job. Why did he
confusing
feel
ending
this now,
again.
when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for
I gotta
long.
run that a couple times. I just gave up on that dream last time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Oh.
Mind Control Facility.
Couldn't escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh.
The
Is
door
there an
behind
end to this
him
hallway?
was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this
Is there
point,
an end?
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh God. Oh no. Fuck it. Do we start at the beginning? Oh no. Oh. It's dark. What the hell?
As the
Five Nights
machine
at
whirred
Freddy.
into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh shit.
he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great
This is
loss,
scary.
like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye, brothers. See you in the next one. It stopped.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly
Wait,
into
what?
the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant,
Who's this lady?
Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every
Damn.
bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Whoa. But
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
whoa. Is this the baby one?
When every
Oh.
path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, wait, hold up. Uh-huh. Office layout. That's dope. Whoa. Are we in heaven? God? Okay. Right or left? We go right. Always. Boss's office. Upstairs. What's going on in here?
For the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook.
Whoa.
Thing you pick up on intuitively if you had even the most.
Let's go upstairs real quick. It's just a lot going on here. Freedom ending. Countdown ending. Okay, hold on. What the fuck? What lever? Okay. Apartment timer. Yo, this is kind of trippy. Is this all the endings that's possibly can? Oh, they just changed over the years. This is cool. The exit. Hold up, wait. Let's see what he talking about in here. You know, why not? It just.
I'm trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. At the top of the facility to end this injustice forever.
Wow.
Then he pushed the number 4.
They're not using the final core. Okay. Let's go end it. End it all. Okay, let's see. Exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
What are you talking about, lady? Do I click off?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Are we dead? We gotta be dead. Holy hell. Okay. Well, we die.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, what's next?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. I'm going.
Oh, new content? What does that mean? New
I don't
content.
know. Are we gonna die again? It's dark in here. What's new content mean? So many options.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Okay, a little history.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please Step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
I'm
well,
scared.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
All right. I'm actually really
so
scared.
far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I gotta push a button.
Is it broken? What's going
Thank
on
you.
here?
I'm scared too.
Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
All right. Good. That was dope.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Well, I'm right back at the desk.
All right.
God.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Remaining. Oh shit. Wait, what? I don't think I'm supposed to jump all these times, but so I can't jump no more. I can't jump no more.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I
can
have
jump
to
now.
say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap
this is funny.
expansion to market for
dope.
no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Hey, it's not Twitter no more.
It's my fault,
It's X.
Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay. Oh shit. Yeah, this is. Well, I like this.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to
What?
show you something.
But, guys, I'll be back.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Oh, you want to talk shit? Are we back at the beginning? I'm gonna come back. I can go back? Oh, we dope. I'm just kidding, I'll come back. Baby, come back. I can't go back. Damn it, D-Lo. It's okay. Fuck. You gonna say something?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
No.
he entered the door on his left.
Fuck. I want to go back to new content. I folded.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'm not going
Coming to a
downstairs.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. I want to go back to the new content. Damn it, D-Lo. Can't even jump no more.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey,
Thank
look,
you.
it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Okay, cool. He know I don't want to do this shit either. I wanted new content. Damn it, D-Lo. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Y'all don't stress. We're gonna get back there.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I did not. I don't know.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
But that was the only way I got to see the new content. Alright, we're gonna figure it out. If anything happens differently, y'all see. If not, I'll be right
The
back.
door behind him was not.
Start the game again. I decided to start. Oh! All I do is start the game again. Oh, perfect.
Psst.
Oh, we good.
Stanley,
We back.
come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Perfect. I don't think I got all the endings still.
Okay,
But
you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
what the hell? Made a garden?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Memory zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then,
No.
video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Trip down memory for $1. My nose itchy. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry, y'all. God.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
There's a downstairs. What's the downstairs? Just maintenance. I'm just checking. Shit. New content.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
That's funny. The serious room. I'm coming back the same way.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Nah. This is dope. This is the extra content. I still didn't finish most of that job.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well,
this is fair.
Well, yes.
It's so funny.
Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this.
the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
I can do it again.
Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more...
I'm gonna do it again.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps.
I'm gonna do it again.
To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
10.
I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works.
6.
Perhaps
5,
that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there?
Guys.
I swear there was. Where did it go?
There's a button.
Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door.
I tried.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door.
I'm gonna skip.
There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what...
Let's figure out.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley.
Yeah.
It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me.
I gotta go.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing.
See you soon. No. I guess you don't want to talk to me. He doesn't want to talk to me. I don't blame you though. After a while. What the fuck? There's still no way out. That's loud. I'm sorry, y'all.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed. They gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But
Did you find a door yet?
He's talking too much. They said,
need a door.
First, he didn't entertain us. Now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency. It's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart.
It's the door. No. No door.
The end is never the end, 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 is.
All right, we out. Once we get out of here, that's when we're gonna stop. Holy hell. What the hell happened? Is that blood? Is it possible? Is it possible? What the hell? Can't even see the clock no more. At least there's some light in here. Okay. Well. Guys, we stuck. Can't even jump. This is a horror game now? I'm not prepared for a horror game. Damn. I kind of feel sideways. What the fuck? Do I just walk forever? Oh god. Walk into the nothingness. I think I should turn back around. Hit that skip. What y'all think? Cause I think I'm just be walking. Okay, whew. The game is good for it, you know? Am I done?
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Yeah, I
could
feel
it
like
mean?
I'm done.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I'm supposed to be stopping. I'm stopping. I want to see something real quick, but I'm gonna stop real quick. I'm gonna stop because maybe if they take me back to the. Okay. If it's just a jump thing, we out.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original
What's more?
Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Okay. Dope. See, I was supposed to stop. But here I am. I'm not stopping.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Okay. I'm sorry. We're going through this, and then we're done, bro. I'd be lying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's gonna be long. Okay.
Go on.
You
Try
here?
out some of the new features.
Watch while you're working. Look at the merch. Big merch. Oh shit. It's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. Holy hell.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Damn it, D-Lo. Okay. Okay. I got scared I was gonna get locked up. Okay.
What
so
else?
many doors.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet? You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Are you kidding me? I get no more jumps. That's stupid. Okay, what's this in this room? No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Yeah.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece,
That's crazy.
it is.
Not them updating though.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision, we're moving on. A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley,
What's that mean?
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Okay.
It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on,
Makes no
give it
sense.
a try.
We'll try.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping
got a
through your
bucket.
body. And in fact,
I'm gonna do with a bucket.
can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Put it back.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this
I don't
and
know what I'm
more
doing with the bucket.
awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'm just gonna hold on to the bucket. Okay.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I'm not gonna be able to hear my name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Good luck.
Sorry,
No.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Damn it,
Here,
no.
let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I
Jim.
want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being
Can I
heartbroken
put the
as
bucket
Jim,
down?
seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Wait, what?
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
I got a bucket. Why am I carrying a bucket? It's kind of annoying. Wait, hold up. I want to say Jim one more time. Hopefully you get happy.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I want to see it. I know y'all want to see it. But
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah. I think I did all that except the exit. The infinite hole. Champion. I know y'all want to see this. So if I just cut it off. Okay. And just do it myself, y'all be upset. I'm not doing that. Do this, do the exit, and then we call it a day. I'm just gonna hold on to the bucket the whole goddamn time.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I'm not jumping down that goddamn hole. I ain't got time for y'all nonsense today. I'll do it another time, but not today. You know? Not today. My viewers are ready for me to stop right now. But they're gonna have to wait just a slight second. I'm gonna exit, and then we're good. Exit. This was nice. So come out with part 2. Good
Oh,
shit.
goodness. Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the collectibles exhibit. You see, there is a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the collectibles. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the collectibles, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Oh.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable
hell.
2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay. It's very dark in here. And yeah. Can I walk forward? Am I walking forward? I am walking forward. I feel like I'm not. Oh, I am. I can see my bucket. Can I put it in my bucket? Yeah.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I'm not looking for them shits. I got my bucket. Call it a day. I do like collecting stuff though.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
What?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is
jump down the hole.
much better. I feel good about this.
Oh, damn, I'm
Here
at
we
an
go.
hour.
Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
I don't want to stop, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I'll be back soon. Maybe. This is a long one. I'm sorry about that. But enjoy. We on loan for the ride. I love you guys. I thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Join the game. Peace. Chicken grease.